Hey, welcome back to another Saturday Shorts episode. And today we're going to tackle the topic, why you should make your website before you call your suppliers. John, this is kind of the opposite of what most people think. They kind of want to just call suppliers and get it over with, but we recommend making a website. Why is that?
Yeah, so you're definitely right. Some people think this is super counterintuitive, and the response sometimes when you tell people this, we make the website before we call suppliers, identify your niche or the market, what you're going to sell, you go and make your website, then you call suppliers to seek their approval to sell their products. That's the order we go through this in. The reason for that is because when you go to call, like suppliers, you're going to call a supplier, right? Suppliers get these calls a lot. Right? There's lots of people who want to start an online business, and there's lots of people who are not actually that committed or serious about starting an online business. And there's a lot of people that probably just waste suppliers' time. So what we want to do is set ourselves above those people, like those time wasters, those people who aren't serious, who just woke up this morning and had a bright idea to start a business and started calling suppliers. And one of the ways we do that is we create a website. And what that does is it gives the supplier some confidence that you're actually invested in starting a business, right? You've done some work. You've got some skin in the game. And they can also see that you know what you're doing because you've put something together, and it's not going to be the complete website, right? But it's going to look good enough that they can see that you can actually present their products in a professional way. You've got a brand for your website, all that sort of stuff. And it increases the likelihood that they will approve you to sell their products on that site, right? So that's why we do it first. Some people will say, oh, well, it seems like a waste of time to do it. What if the suppliers don't approve me? I've wasted that time creating a website, blah, blah, blah. And look, literally, if you've gone through the right process of identifying the right niche, the way that we'll walk you through it on this podcast, if you go back to some of our earlier episodes, I think 14, 15, something like that, you're going to be calling suppliers who will approve you. You're going to be calling the right suppliers, right? So the chance that you're just going to strike out on all of those suppliers and waste your time creating that website is super, super low. In fact, I can't actually think of the last time that happened to anybody. So if you've done the work right, create your website, then call suppliers, and your chance of getting those suppliers across the line is significantly boosted.
You got to think about the person on the other end. Like, they are getting a lot of phone calls all the time, multiple times a day. Someone's calling to sell their products, right? And you have to be different. You can't just be the guy who's calling. You have to be what we're trying to do here. We're trying to build a real business, right? You have to appear like you're building. You're not just somebody who wants to flip it on eBay or sell on Amazon or saw, some guy standing next to his rented Lambo telling you how easy it was to make millions. You're building a real business. And so if you can set yourself apart by saying, hey, my name is Ben, I'm calling from bensbusiness.com, and they can click bensbusiness.com. And they do. If you have Google Analytics pulled up, you'll see them go to your website, and you have a nice looking homepage, and you can direct them to where you've uploaded a couple products from their brand so they can see how you might represent them. Like, your odds of getting approved are so much greater than the person who didn't do any of those steps.